A lot of you guys know I supported him. Looks like we're actually getting into it, but yeah, congratulations and happy for Aklo.
Yeah.
Fan fiction lover, aka the Beetle King, versus Pacattac, Zelda versus Fox. Not a matchup you see every day, but here we are. We're gonna see a lot of kicks.
Not a matchup you see
that's
every
kinda
day, but we have seen it. I feel like every region at one point in like 2015 had one Zelda. Oh, that's so deep.
That is the Beetle King, man.
Okay, all right.
That is such an awesome way to cover the side B. Feels like that hitbox is pretty active, so it doesn't seem like the hardest timing. Really good execution on the edge guard.
Anytime you play a low tier, especially Zelda, like you're not going to be able to do option coverage. You're not going to be able to do as much of like, so I hit here. It has to be big reads, and if you get it, they die at 60, like Pacattac has twice now.
Yeah, that DI.
You can only get so many hard reads.
Yeah, and honestly, I just think that Pacattac, he's just getting caught off guard. He doesn't know how to play this matchup, in all likelihood. I mean, who does? I don't know how to play against Zelda that well.
Yeah, you have to learn the spacing to get around the kicks on both sides. You need to be able to know where, like, how long up tilt and up smash are active. It's a lot of knowledge check stuff that might seem oppressive, and then you like learn where the hitboxes are, and you're like, oh god, this is awful. Like, why do people play this character?
There it is again. Oh, it goes to the down air that time? The mix-up.
Do not get force talked by a Zelda. Come on, Pacattac. I believe in you. I believe in you.
Fine, right? No! Just misses his double jump. You don't know if it's lag, but you do know it's a 4-stock. Man, I told you guys Beetle King was coming out in full force. Did I not? Did I not warn you, Chad?
Oh, sick. Okay. I know that you guys...
What did we just get from production?
And say, you guys cannot hear WAF, but we have found out that this is Pacattac's first major ever. And I will say, I was also 4-stocked at my first major. It happens to us all. Please keep playing. I will tone down on the don't get 4-stocked by a Zelda talk.
That's great context. And I want to say welcome to Super Smash Bros. Melee. Many of us in this tournament, many of the people in the chat went to their first tournament. And I know this was my experience. I thought it was amazing. I beat up on all my friends. And on the way to the venue, I'm thinking, okay, should I go Link or Mewtwo? And I show up at this Donato's on Ohio State's campus, and the very first person I play at that tournament was none other than Hanky Panky. I know you guys know who Hanky Panky is now. You saw the Melee stats video. He proceeds to mercilessly, like, repeatedly 4-stock my Link on FD over and over again. Everybody went through that experience, and to me, that is like the most pivotal experience of your time in the Melee community. It's like, what happens then? Do you get a little upset and you're like, oh, like I thought it was good, and then you have the drive to improve and get better, and you keep showing up? Because then you're just a lifer. Then you are in for life.
You are hooked.
So hopefully Pacattac can take this in stride.
Not in bracket, but my first fest I ever went to, I got beat up by Triple R for like an hour, and afterwards just talked. And if you don't know Triple R, I will maintain best Kirby ever.
Best
towards best. And he was just like, I don't know, just move more, like play better. Like I was very bad. There was not a clear like, oh yeah, deal with this kind of situation. All right, already got more percent. Beetle King already. Like I just want Pacattac to feel more comfortable in their movements.
Yeah, and it's tough, you know, when you're playing a player as you know, storied, as legendary and skillful as the Beetle King and or fan fiction lover. Even though Zelda is slow, it just feels like Beetle King is putting on so much pressure, and you feel just very restrained in what you can do safely. And that's
Zelda's
exactly
slow,
what Beetle
but if
King
someone's inexperienced, all of those, like the moves that Zelda likes to use a lot, hit hard. Like, no bones about it. Like, it's gonna hit you like a truck.
Yeah, and when you're a newer player and you're playing a character like Fox, pretty technical character, pretty hard to control, it's just going to be that much more difficult for you to exploit Zelda's weaknesses in the matchup. I would like to see more grabs and just kind of baiting Zelda to miss one of those kicks on the way down. Once she lands, she doesn't have a lot of great options. You're going to see a lot of down smashes because that's one of her only quick options. Did Beetle King just like edge cancel that up B?
I believe so.
That was kind of nice.
if you're playing a character like Zelda, you gotta have like any little tech you can to speed up the game. Trade, let's go. You got a stock on the board. Let's go, Pac.
Let's go, Pac. Okay, and it's also not going to be a JV.
I would say the first bracket set in your first major on stream, that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot to ask. And just happy that newer players are still getting into this 20-year-old game. Hits the side B, okay, the tech chase. And doesn't hit the shine. And yeah, I would again. Oh, there's the grabs. We've seen a couple up throw up airs, so he's mixing them in.
A fan fiction lover down here feels very comfortable holding shield, and there we go. And say Pacattac hasn't really been forcing those options.
Yeah, and when he does get the grab, he's not really hitting the up throw up air often enough to make Beetle King scared of the shield. That's enough.
Or even going for like mix-ups with down throw or anything to make Beetle King feel a little bit different about the DI there. Ooh, gets clipped. I like the way.
Yep.
Learning, because there was about like 3 or 4 times earlier where Pacattac would have just side B immediately into it. So now we're getting a little bit of a mix-up.
Turnaround. That was a cool grab.
Yeah. If you don't know how to DI that, it's so easy to get caught and just immediately hold in the wrong direction.